Hello, and welcome to this short lesson on cleaning an electric cooktop stove. My name is Danielle. I will guiding you through the process to effectively and safely clean an electric cooktop stove. Let's get started. Before we get started, let's quickly review what you will be learning in this lesson. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the supplies needed to effectively clean an electric cooktop stove. Follow a step-by-step process to clean an electric cooktop stove. And review some common mistakes that can be avoided that may damage an electric cooktop stove. The first thing that should be done is to gather the required supplies. Based on the types of stains, level of grime, and personal preference, there are several methods one can use to clean an electric cooktop stove. These methods could include daily cleaning. Daily cleaning keeps the stove looking fresh, bright, and new. If the stove has not been cleaned in some time or there was a spill that dried on the stove, using more harsh supplies may do the trick. If a deep cleaning or shine is the goal, then using supplies that are non-abrasive and designed to provide a nice shine to the stove will do the job. Sometimes a razor blade is required to remove baked-on splatters that have dried to loosen it and then wipe away the debris. If the stove has really heavy grime, it may require a bit of soaking. That is when hydrogen peroxide and baking soda may help to loosen the grime to provide a good cleaning. One additional feature that helps the stove smell its freshest using more natural products includes using lemon and dish soap. A sponge holder can also be used in place of a cloth. These supplies can be used interchangeably depending on the type of cleaning the stove requires and the user's personal preference. We will be using a combination of supplies to clean the electric cooktop stove in this lesson. There are some heavy stains, light grime, and baked-on splatters on the stove. We will need the following supplies to clean the stove: a cooktop cleaner, a razor blade, a scrubber, and a soft cloth. We see that there is some grime, water stains, and baked-on dried splatter on the stove. The first step in the process is to make sure that the stove is cool. Before beginning to clean the stove, be sure that it has first cooled down. Never begin cleaning the stove while it is warm or hot. Step 2. Pour some of the cooktop cleaner onto the stove. Step 3. Gently scrub the cooktop cleaner using the scrubber in a circular motion. Wipe down the stove using the soft cloth. Notice how the water stains and the splattered spills have been removed. However, the baked-on splattered spills have hardened and needs additional scrubbing. This takes us to Step 4. Step 4. Hold the razor blade at a 45-degree angle. Gently scrape the baked-on residue, being careful not to scratch the surface. Continue scraping the baked-on splatter until it has all been removed. Then wipe the scraped-off residue using the soft cloth. Congratulations! The electric cooktop stove has been cleaned. The stove is bright and shiny again. Remember, the lemon, warm water, and dish soap can be used for a more natural cleaning and fresh scent. Next, let's review some common mistakes to avoid. Here are some common mistakes that can be avoided. Be sure to wait until the stove has cooled completely before cleaning. Use a soft cloth or a microfiber cloth instead of abrasive pads that may scratch the surface. Be sure to hold the razor blade at a 45-degree angle to refrain from scratching the surface. Great job! It's time for a knowledge check. Let's see what you have learned. You have completed this lesson. Select the X at the top of your screen to exit this lesson.